Hello everyone, welcome to Absolute Geography. Here we take your geography understanding from classroom to continents. In this video, we'll learn about plains and islands of India. The second part in physiography of India, first being the mountains and plateaus which we have done in the previous video. Let's continue our journey. The plains of India are divided into two categories. Northern plains, also known as the Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra plains, and the coastal plains. The northern plains. These plains are formed by the deposition of sediments brought down by three main rivers and their tributaries, Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. Because of this, it is sometimes also called as Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra plain. They are divided into various categories depending upon the physiography and the regions. But regional division is the one that is more important for ICSE and ISE classes. Hence, we are going to study the regional divisions. Starting from the Rajasthan Plains, also known as the Great Indian Desert. This area is mainly arid, lying between Aravallis and India-Pakistan border. It is a vast undulating plain and has a slope towards west where it gradually merges with the Sindh plain in Pakistan. It receives very little rainfall and has sparse vegetation. Then adjacent to it we have Punjab-Haryana plain. It forms the western part of the northern plains, which is lying between the Shivalik hills in the north and the Aravallis in the south. It is formed by the deposition of alluvium that is brought down by the Indus and its tributaries. It is flat and fertile and well drained, making it one of India's most productive agricultural regions. Moving on, we have Ganga Plains forming the central part of the northern plains, stretching from Yamuna River in the west to the Bangladesh border. The delta part lies in West Bengal and Bangladesh. These are extensive alluvial plain formed by the river Ganga, as the name suggests, and its tributaries. It is flat, fertile and densely populated, supporting intensive agriculture. And lastly, we have the Brahmaputra plain lying to the east of Ganga plains and along the Brahmaputra river in Assam. This is a narrow valley that is enclosed by Himalayas in the north and the Garo Khasi hills in the south. Formed by deposition done by Brahmaputra river, it is a flat and low-lying plain and is very prone to flooding due to heavy rainfall during monsoon season. Next comes the coastal plains lying along the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, extending from river Tapi to Kanyakumari in the west and from Ganga Delta to Kanyakumari in the east. Talking about the formation of these plains, western coastal plains are formed due to the submergence of land and is dissected by rivers forming estuaries. On the other hand, eastern coastal plains are the result of depositional work of rivers, creating deltas. Western coastal plains are narrow and uneven, extending from river Tapi to Kanyakumari. It has sandy beaches, natural harbors and is famous for backwaters. Eastern coastal plains are wider, they have fertile soil and extend from Ganga Delta to Kanyakumari. Talking about the divisions of these plains, western coastal plains are divided into three parts depending upon the region. Basically, they are called by different names in different regions. So first is the Konkan coast, that is lying between Mumbai to Goa. In this region, the coast is known as Konkan coast. Next, we have Kanara coast between Goa and Mangalore. And then we have Malabar coast between Mangalore and Kanyakumari. Moving on to eastern coastal plains, these are divided into two parts. First is northern Sircars between Mahanadi and Krishna River, and second is Coromandel coast between Krishna River to Kanyakumari. Moving to the last physiographic feature of India, that is the islands. India has two major island groups, the Andaman and the Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep Islands in the Arabian Sea. The Lakshadweep Islands include 36 small islands located close to the Kerala coast. These are coral islands, that means they are made up of coral reefs. They are low-lying and are known for their lagoons, coconut palms and are rich in marine biodiversity. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands consist of around 300 islands, which are mostly volcanic in origin. They are covered with dense forests and include Barren Island, the only active volcano of India. These islands are larger and more numerous and hold great strategic importance for India. That's all for the physiography of India. In next video, we will move on to the climate of India. Subscribe to Absolute Geography so you don't miss the lessons.